Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Tuesday, the 13th of July, 2021. About 7:45 in the morning. Right now in Jacksonville, Florida, it is 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity's at 94%. And that would be 24 degrees Celsius. Oh, which way do I want to go this morning? We'll go this way. So, let's see. Just under a full tank of fuel. All gauges are in the good zones. I really need to get the grandson to check the oil for me. I mean, yeah, I'm totally capable of doing so, except for being able to reach that stupid stick. Without glasses, I can barely, like, I can't focus on it at all. It's way too close. And then I need like 2 or 3 different pairs of glasses. I don't have the right magnification to read the stick and tell where the oil actually is. Old age problems. Oh man. I moved the mount, this camera mount. I'm not sure I like it where it's at. It doesn't. I don't know. I'm not in the middle of the frame, I guess. What do y'all think? Hopefully it stays up there. Sometimes these suction cups have a tendency of letting go, but yeah, sorry driver. That's an odd intersection. Oh man, let's see. Had a comment deleted, and yes, we see the comments that you post and then delete. It just depends on, like, they show up in our notifications, and then you delete them so they're not on actually in the comment page. But I had a comment about being in pain and not being able to sleep. I don't know why you delete that. It's the absolute truth. There's times that I can't sleep because I'm in pain. I don't go to sleep because I'm in pain. There's times that I wake up because I moved wrong and something's hurting. Got my back in a bad position or whatever, and one of my legs is screaming, or my ankle is throbbing, or anyway, it used to be. I used to walk around with a whole pharmacology of pills. Now I try to keep it down to basically just aspirin. Take a couple of aspirin before I go to bed. It generally helps me relax to go to sleep. Sometimes a glass of wine to go along with, or adult beverages. I don't do beer. I don't like the aftertaste of hops. So I'm not a beer drinker. Actually, I should say I'm not an American ale drinker. Because there are some dark beers in some box that I do enjoy. But yes, pain is an everyday part of my life. So it affects everything I do, from recreation to just cooking. Scrambling eggs can aggravate my arm to a point that I don't feel like eating after I'm done cooking. It could also aggravate my arm to a point where I can't hold the whisk or the spatula to scramble the eggs, or hold the tongs properly to flip the bacon over. So, it does. It affects a lot of stuff. But I was thinking about stopping at the art store yesterday on the way home. That's what I had kind of in mind, and then I went on that side trip last night that I ended up posting here, down to see if the Heritage Beach was open. So I didn't go to the art store. I ended up going right home. And I made up one of those frozen meals. The chicken and macaroni and cheese bowl, or whatever the heck it is. Buffalo chicken. They're okay. I mean, like I said, I've had them in the past, and they're okay. I generally modify almost anything, and those things I usually modify with more cheese. Imagine that. Oh man, that sun. So, I usually just throw a couple slices of crab Velveeta on top of it, but I have these little containers of nacho cheese dip or whatever from the Dollar Tree. You get 3 of these little pudding cup size things of cheese for $1, and they're liquid cheese, even more liquid than crab gold from macaroni and cheese, liquidy cheese sauce. But I added that in there. I added too much, actually, and then I threw in some sambal on top of that, and a little bit of hot pepper flakes, and let that all cook up. Like I said, I added a little bit too much cheese. It was almost a soup instead of a meal. It was good. It was tasty. It wasn't exactly what I had thought about, because the other thing I've been thinking about was going to Moe's for their burrito bowl of burrito stuff. I really like that. Although by the time I'm done, I had, like, when I go in, I use both types of rice. I get both types of beans. I usually get 2 types of meat. ground beef and chicken, or ground beef and pork. The one time I got ground beef, pork, and chicken. Add all the other ingredients and whatever. It's a big old bowl of food. It's generally 2 meals, but it's like $16 or something, you know. And then they give you all these chips for free. But anyway, I decided not to go there. I may go later in the week. I do want to stop. They came out with a double wrapped taco. You know, a soft shell and cheese wrapped around a hard shell taco. So I forget what it's called. It uses Frank's hot sauce. So of course they consider it spicy. But I want to give those a try. That's not too bad. I mean, again, you build your tacos the way you want, and 2 really good sized tacos are like $9 with a drink and a huge bag of tortilla chips. So I actually haven't had their tacos, but I've built enough burrito bowls there. One thing, places like that, and Subway as well, they have things set up in a certain order, and that order isn't the order that I want. You know, it's like at Moe's I'll have them putting on various condiments, or like the various meats and whatever, and then they have to backstep to get the shredded cheese. At Subway, now see, I'm a Delaware Valley boy. I'm Philadelphia, New Jersey, South Jersey. When you make up a deli sandwich, you make up a hoagie. You spread the roll out, and then you put the oil and vinegar down on the roll, and then you start adding on your meats and whatever. At Subway, they don't do that. They wait till the end. Well, then you don't have all that unctuousness, you know, soaking into the roll. If nothing else, have your condiments on both ends, so that, you know, people can go that way. Because that's the other thing. When you're building a hoagie, you put the oil, vinegar, oregano, all that on the bread. You throw down all your meats and cheese and lettuce, onions, tomatoes, onions, lettuce, depending. I like the lettuce on last. And then you drench it down again with dressing. So it's, you know, it's you go to bite into it, it's dripping with the dressing, and if you leave it wrapped up for a couple of hours, the roll is all soft with the dressing, and the cheeses is melted in, and oh man. But you don't get that at Subway. You have to have them backstep or jump ahead. Because they would lay out the roll, they're like, what would you like? Well, at first I want oil and vinegar. Huh? Go up the other end, get the oil and vinegar, and coat the roll down. No, put more on. No, come on, put on enough oil and vinegar so I can taste it. Thank you. Now, all right, let's start with the meats and cheese. But a lot of places are that way. So, I mean, I get it. They've got to be, they got to have it set up a certain way, so you know how to set up when you come into work or what have you. And it's not that difficult to get them to break their routine. But anyway, how do we get on hoagies? sandwiches. Oh yeah, from after dinner last night. I didn't make it much longer after dinner. I mean, I got home. It was 6 o'clock or so. I made myself my dinner, and I went in and took a shower, and went to lay down and watch the videos on YouTube. Man, 8:30, my eyelids were fighting to stay open. So I've kind of learned not to fight that, because if I fight it, then it'll be 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning before I'll actually go to sleep. So I said, all right. Shut everything down, and I did get to sleep. I slept until 4:30-ish, going on 5. I think it was like 4:35 when I woke up. I laid back down and just like kind of tossed and turned. I was not going back to sleep. I was like, all right, to heck with this. I got up, I made myself a cup of coffee, made some waffles, and some sausage. Made a waffle sausage sandwich with cheese and hot spicy mustard, and yeah. So the libation at the moment is ginger ale and pineapple juice. Big bump. I like ginger ale. I mean, I'm not getting around that. But I also like to add other juices in with it, and it gives me a different taste. I got, like I said, I got pineapple juice in here now. So that's kind of breakfasty. Later in the day, I'll have cherry juice or black cherry drink or something like that mixed in with it. So, anyway, we are coming up to the last turn. I want to thank you all for going along on the ride and listening to me go ahead and babble away. And hopefully this video turned out today. We'll see. But let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around on your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If you want to check me out on Facebook or Instagram, don't really post that on these channels, on these videos. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Sláinte, y'all.